Hey guys, welcome back to Minute on the Mountain. I'm excited. It is Sunday, July 3rd. Got Jordy Bob with me. She's going on her first backpacking trip. So you guys know how gas prices are, so we picked a place where we can just take the car right up to the trailhead. That way I don't have to take the truck. Plus the air conditioning in my truck doesn't work, and it's 96 today, 95, something like that. So anyway, we got the packs loaded up in the back seat. It's gonna be just a quick overnighter. But thanks for coming along. Well, here's our view from the trailhead. Jordan and I just pulled up and got unloaded. We're heading up Spawn Creek. Jordan's got her pack on. This is her first backpacking trip. So far, so good? Mm-hmm. So far, so good. I'm gonna grab our poles and start heading up. Got a little duck floating out in the middle of that beaver pond. First wildlife for the trip. I think we're gonna miss the height of the wildflowers this time around, guys, because it's so hot and dry, but I'll try to show you as many different kinds as we see. There's one. There's two. And then this is yet another kind. Here's three. So there's three different kinds so far. And then there's four. That's a different color blue, different kind of wildflower than the last purple one I showed you. And we got some white ones. All right, got us a new kind of wildflower. Haven't seen that kind yet. First little cutty of the trip. I dropped him in the dirt, so we're gonna release him real fast, but he's gonna be just fine. There he goes. All right, I just caught my first little cutty, and Jordan's gonna fish this for a second. Big butterfly coming at us, guys. Jordan just informed me those tiger swallowtails are freaky. Okay, now keep your rod tip up so you don't get hung on those trees over there. There you go. Oh, did you see that one followed out? No. You didn't? No. It's nice having polarized glasses. Yeah, it hit and you kind of spooked one, and then here, let's fix your lure. You got some junk on it. Hold on just a second. They typically aren't going to eat something that looks like a tree. Bless you. Thanks. Let's give it another whirl. Cast over to the right a little bit more, hon. It's all right, you're good. Well, yeah, reel it up. Don't try and cast that. You don't have to, no, reel it up. So let your spool go back down. Go ahead and reel it up. There we go. So again, it's easier if you'll reel to where the line is at the top end of your spool. It's easier for you. That's a good cast. I can see that spinning all the way through there. All right, let's go up a little bit and see if we can find a better spot. The hook. What does that mean? Oh, sweet, Jordan. Nice job, Jordan, with her first little cutty of the trip. I'm like, set the hook. She goes, what's that mean? Congrats, hon.
Thanks.
Yeah. Little cutthroat. I'm gonna take him off and put him back in. We just stopped to fish this little beaver pond. I caught about a 10.5, 11-inch brown, which out of that little water is pretty good. It's a bluebird day, man. Look at that sky. Jordan fished the little pond beneath me, and she didn't have any luck on this one. So we're probably only within a half a mile of where we're going to camp. And then we'll get the tent set up and show you guys our campsite. All right, Jordan's showing off her ninja balancing skills on these logs and getting ready to cast. And she's hung on something. That's good, just farther. Now keep your rod tip down. One hit it. He's trying to hit it again. Oh. You got caught on the grass. Here, hold on, hand it to me. Just got another brown out of this little creek. He's long, he's pretty skinny. But definitely a nice sized fish for this little body of water. Guys, this is so cool. We just got the trout trifecta, baby. That's a brookie. Whoop, there goes the brookie. So we caught a brookie, a brown, and a cutty. If they have any rainbows up here, which I don't think they do, that'd be fishing the cycle. That's what I call it. Anyway, that's a brook trout. Get on in the water, bud. There you go. There you go. Nice job. So we got the tent set up. It's not the most level spot, but there's really not else anything around. You can see it gets pretty straight, well, not straight up, but pretty steep just right outside this little valley around us. So right next to the water, little waterfall over here, another waterfall down there that's nice and pretty. So we're gonna go hit this other beaver pond and see if we can catch a few more fish before dinner. You definitely have to get past all that moss. Money. All right, I think we're done fishing for the night. Jordan just caught the one, I caught 4, but I did catch 3 different kinds of trout, which was cool. I see them hitting the water now. We fished this little pond here a lot and didn't have any action, but maybe now that the sun's going down, they're coming out. So I've got chicken and teriyaki rice, a Ready-Wise freeze-dried meal. Water's almost boiling. I just took it right out of the creek here, so I'll let the water boil for about 5 minutes, get a good rolling boil. Then we'll make that, and then we'll do the taste test and see what we think. We added our boiling water to the teriyaki chicken and rice. Now we're just giving it says 12 to 15 minutes, so we'll give it 10 to 12. My experience, you usually don't have to let it sit as long as they say. But anyway, we'll give it 12 minutes or so, 10 to 12, to kind of firm up and absorb all that water, and then we'll give it a taste test and see what we think. Okay, Jordan's gonna give us a taste test on the Ready-Wise teriyaki chicken and rice. It's steaming, I can see it, so be careful, blow it off.
Yeah, the chicken's a little dry, but it's not horrible.
So the chicken didn't rehydrate 100%. It's still pretty firm, but the flavor's not bad. And then here's our view. Sun is setting behind this hill off to the west. Got the reflection off the ponds. And then looking down back over the valley that we hiked up. It's a pretty night. Some thin clouds way off in the distance, but we should have a pretty good night to see the stars once the sun goes down. Good morning, everyone. We are all packed up and getting ready to head out. Jordan said her feet got cold last night. Well, she said she was cold. Which it wasn't that cold, but she didn't take, she did bring an extra pair of socks, but she didn't change into them before she went to bed. So I totally can relate to how your feet get cold if your socks are wet. Anyway, this is the view again. I'll flip this around. Heading out. I'm gonna hike down to the car and get some breakfast in town, I think. Something cold to drink. It's supposed to be hot again today, mid-90s. We're almost at the parking lot, so I'm gonna wrap this up with a minute on the mountain. It comes from Genesis chapter 3, and it's the story of original sin when Satan tempts Adam and Eve to eat the apple. We're doing a series at church called The Pursuit. It's our 12-week discipleship series. I encourage you to check out our website if you want to dig into that a little bit more, alpinechurch.org. But you know, the devil starts off, the serpent, which is Satan, and he says, did God really say that you can't eat of any of the trees in the garden? And the devil knew God didn't say that. He was twisting God's words. That's what he always does. The devil can't create, so he has to distort. And Eve doesn't fall for it. She says, no, that's not what he said. He just said we can't eat from the tree at the center of the garden. For if we do, we'll surely die. So, sorry, we're just going through the gate, guys. So she doesn't get fooled by the first lie, but as is often the case, the devil wasn't done. So then he says, oh, you won't die. God knows that if you eat of this fruit, that you will know, like he knows, that you'll know good and evil, that you'll be like him. And then something interesting, it says that she looked at the fruit and saw that it was beautiful and delicious to the taste. Her whole perspective about that tree began to change when she bought into the devil's lie. And the same thing happens to us today. When we start buying into the devil's lies, our perspective, the way things look to us, change. You know, someone who's struggling with alcoholism never started out planning to struggle with alcoholism, right? Someone who struggles with pornography never started out planning to struggle with pornography. But our perspectives on all those types of things change when we start to buy into the lies of the devil. There's a Hawaii license plate here at this parking lot. You don't see that in Utah very often. Anyway, that's the Man on the Mountain, Genesis 3. I encourage you to check that out further when you have some time. We are back to the car, so we're gonna get everything unloaded and packed up and go hit the town. Channel shout out, Jordan. Any channels you know that I watch on a regular basis we should shout out? You probably don't know any, do you? Well, since we're doing a backpacking trip, we will shout out Crow over at As the Crow Flies Hiking. Love his videos, and he's getting ready to do a meetup with Steve at Pax-a-Lot. They're going to be hiking in the Uintas. So I'll put links to both of their channels in the description. Go check them out. Love their content. And I've met Steve from Pax-a-Lot personally. He's just a genuine great guy. Haven't had a chance to meet Crow yet, but he sure seems like a great guy. So anyway, thanks for coming along. God bless you guys. We'll see you the next time we're out on the mountain.